Hello, friends. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. My name is Ganeshan, and I welcome you all to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news, updates, and insights from the football world. So, as a very big football fan in India, I can say that I'm really looking forward to the ISL in the coming season, and there are so many reasons why anyone who loves Indian football should be looking forward to this particular season. Number one, there is the rule which has come up with this season that there will be only four foreign players allowed to be fielded in the playing 11, and out of those four foreign players, one has to be representing an AFC nation. Now, what does that mean for Indian football? More game time for youngsters and more opportunities to field players in specific positions on the pitch, which usually are catered to for foreign players. And we all know for a fact that the physicality involved in football makes a very big difference when it comes to fielding players. And the ISL over many years now that it's into its, I think, eighth edition, and it has already shown that the physicality and the quality has improved over these many seasons. So if we look at it from a holistic perspective, we can definitely understand that the physical ability of foreign players is much more advanced, and there is no stopping them when it comes to aerial duels, and when it comes to holding the ball and creating chances for others. So there are specific positions on the pitch which are only allocated for foreign players, and we never see, for example, an Indian striker. We don't see a very creative midfielder from India who is actually getting more game time, and we don't see very rock solid center backs from India. There are only few positions where Indians would actually fit, to be honest. And this ISL season, which will be starting in November, will be giving a huge opportunity for these youngsters. And Naushad Musa, the head coach of Bengaluru FC, was of the opinion that he wants to field more youngsters in the senior team. So if you look at this particular rule, it will definitely pave the way for more youngsters. They will be allowed to experiment with the positions and also try to understand what is their current standard of playing, right? And for many years we have seen how Indian players are performing, be it in the Durand Cup or even the I League or even in the semi-professional league. There are lots of players who actually don't get that amount of exposure, and I'm sure that especially the Indian coaches who are involved in the ISL teams, they will be making a note of this point. And even though nothing against the foreign players, but I just do feel that this is the right opportunity and period where these young players can flourish. And most of the ISL teams still have a foreign coach, so they don't actually understand what the background is in India. And for a fact, I can say that the likes of Stuart Baxter, who was there with Odisha FC, he was also of the opinion that the number of games are itself less. The number of competitive matches in India in a particular season are way less compared to European football. And this is one of the primary reasons where youngsters don't get the opportunity. They're not able to, peak at the right time, and they're not getting that coaching exposure as well. So it is definitely a very different ISL this time. We can definitely see some more talented players, and the national team's scouting has to also simultaneously start, because this is the time where the scouts have to be involved in watching more matches and spotting the young talent. And they can spot them only when they are given the adequate game time. And I just do feel that a lot of Indian coaches will make note of this point, and even the I League teams who are now started to push to the professional level and trying to make it to the ISL will definitely consider this rule as a major advantage. And the viewership over many years has also increased in the ISL. We are seeing more number of broadcasters. We are seeing a Star Network, how they have continuously ensured that quality football is showcased on live TV. And as a football fan, I am also thankful to Star Sports because they are the ones who bring the live coverage. And for a very big reason, I just do feel that the ISL will, break the record charts in terms of commercial interest for a lot of stakeholders. And the clubs will also be in a very big advantage if the broadcasting revenue is, split and shared among the clubs. However, that's not taking place. So that is one major con which needs to be addressed for ISL as a league to grow from here on. And for many reasons, I also believe that the young players will not be able to, you know, get that amount of exposure in a very small scale environment. Only when they step onto the ISL, just like how Indian young players in cricket are getting the platform through IPL, the same way the young footballers need to get a chance in the ISL, and that's when they all can flourish. So, if as a neutral I am sitting, yes, I want to see some exciting football. I want to see goals. I want to see tackles. I want to see, some drama as well. But talking about the focus area for Indian football right now, the ISL gives a major advantage. It is there where most of the eyeballs are now being not only there from Asia but also from Europe, and we are continuously seeing more number of European players coming into the ISL. So when I say that the young players do deserve a chance, I also feel that this is the right time for them to learn from the experienced players who are coming from Europe. And this ISL will actually determine how the future of Indian football will go on from here, because we will definitely see many radical changes also taking place with the AIFF, and how the ISL clubs are now partnering with European clubs is also going to have a significant impact on the development of young players. So if we think about the future of Indian football and what will be the impact of the ISL on Indian football's development, both go hand in hand. It has to be the ISL followed by proper scouting, and that will be followed eventually by creating a roadmap for young players to get into the national team. That has to be the focus area so that we are trying to replicate a model in Europe which has worked by understanding the culture and the different demographics of India, and also looking at what type of coaching quality is essential for grooming these young players. And from my point of view, that is the time when India as a footballing nation will flourish. So the ISL in the coming season, I am expecting a lot of goals, lot of young players definitely getting the opportunity and backing their instinct. Because at the end of the day, if you are young, you can express yourself on the biggest platform. And I just do believe that this will give the right opportunity for every one of them to play freely, be extremely fearless. And when that happens, a quality scout will be able to assess their performance as a neutral without having any kind of bias. So, guys, the ISL definitely will be a very big bonus. The schedule has already been announced, and uh, there'll be a lot of matches. So, I'm just looking forward to some young talent on show, and also looking forward to how India, as a footballing nation, the people in AIFF, how will they make those radical decisions for the long term, for the development of players, for more commercial interest, and also for the improvement in quality infrastructure. Because when all these things happen on the pitch, you need to ensure that the future of Indian football is secure with all the other things around that very stable. So, guys, I would like to know your thoughts on what this ISL season will bring for the future of Indian football, and how will it actually impact the long term growth of Indian football. So please drop in your comments, and for regular updates from the football world, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next time, stay safe and take care.